Michael Jordan. Whenever you hear this name, you think of nothing but great things. The greatest of all time, number 21, Chicago Bulls, just a legend amongst the NBA, and to this day is recognized as still the greatest basketball player of all time. But for those of you who didn't know, Michael Jordan had a very competitive nature that not only showed in the court, but also got the best of him outside of the game. In this video, we're going to talk about top 3 moments that Michael Jordan truly let his competitive nature get the best of him. Number 3, finessing Charles Barkley. In the 1993 NBA Finals, there was a showdown between Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan. At the time, these were two of NBA's biggest superstars. Now, all the while it may seem like they were great friends, that wasn't the case inside Jordan's head. But it was widely viewed that they were great friends. But here's just a little bit more into detail. So the Bulls assistant coach Johnny Buck said this about the whole situation. The day before Game 4 of the Bulls-Suns Finals, with the Bulls leading the series 2-1, Michael and Charles Barkley went golfing. They played 48 hours of golf, and Michael even bought Charles a $20,000 diamond earring. Johnny asked, "MJ, what did you do all that for?" Michael responded, "He won't get in my way the rest of the series. What's $20,000 to me? Charles thinks we're great friends. I hate that fat F word." Jordan dropped 55 in Game 4 and Barkley never touched him once. What a funny story. So this just shows how Jordan was able to finesse Charles Barkley, that competitive nature truly got him there to actually finesse him, to get him think he was on his good side and they were friends, when really all he really wanted was just to win that series. What a move. Number 2, the time that Michael Jordan cheated Buzz Peterson's mother out of a casual card game in their very own home. That's right, his very own North Carolina teammate, Buzz Peterson, he cheated his mom out of a casual card game and just wanted to win at all costs. The story goes like this. Peterson invites Michael Jordan over to play a casual game of cards with Peterson's mother. No money is wagered at all, just a simple, friendly game. But when the old woman gets up to use the bathroom, Peterson catches Jordan trying to cheat. Not to win any money, but just because he wants to win at all costs. Author Chuck Klosterman summarized it best when he said this about the situation. "And because the character in this anecdote is MJ, the story is charming. However, I doubt Buzz Peterson would tell this yarn if it had involved his mother and some random dude he met in Anthropology 251. And if he did, the story would now be about that one time he brought a lunatic home for Thanksgiving break." Yet another unique example of Michael Jordan's competitiveness getting the best of him, that he was willing to cheat his very own teammate's mother out of a casual card game. A casual card game, not a competitive one, a casual one, and to do it to his teammate's own mother. What a funny story. Number 1, the time that Michael Jordan punched Steve Kerr in the face. Yes, Michael Jordan punched his very own teammate in the face. But let's go ahead and get into this. Now, to sum this story up, what I'm going to do is play a short cartoon film that's going to explain pretty much the situation. It's going to give you Michael Jordan's take on it. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and talk about an interview that Steve Kerr had regarding the situation and how he felt about the situation. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Check this out.
This is coming back after the disappointing playoff game. Everybody was saying it was Scottie Pippen's team. But I was trying to work my way back up to where in '93 it was Michael Jordan's team. And this one day, I don't know, I was just in a very feisty mood. And Phil put Steve Kerr opposite of me. But he was giving Steve all the calls. And I'm getting really ticked off. One thing led to another. Next thing you know, I fouled him real hard. He fouls me real hard. And then before I knew it, I hauled off and just whacked him right in the eye. All the anger, all the comments of people saying that my skills had eroded and I wasn't the same Michael Jordan, and I was letting everything go. And I called back to the Bulls practice facility and they gave me Steve's phone number and I got his answer machine. And I said, "Steve, I am so sorry. My anger got the best of me. I really am trying to get myself back to where I once was, and it was just something that shouldn't have never happened, and I truly apologize for it." The next day in practice, I'm looking at Steve. Steve got the biggest black eye. And when I saw him, I went right up to him. I said, "You know what? I'm totally sorry. I just lost my temper." He said it was partly my fault too. I knew not to push you. We two grown men and teammates stood there for almost 20 minutes apologizing to each other. From that point on, I've always respected him. he didn't give up. He fought back. You know, he may have gotten the worst end of it, but I respect it.
The great thing about this situation is that Steve Kerr really didn't take this event really too personal. In fact, he actually laughed about it. On the Dan Patrick show, he was interviewed and this is what he said. "I think he punched me in the face. I disagreed with him one time. It was one of the best things that ever happened to me. I needed to stand up and go back at him. I think I earned some respect, but we have a great relationship ever since. You gotta prove it, and then once you prove it, you are fine." Again, another example of Michael Jordan just coming out with this true competitive nature, that he got to the point where he actually punched Steve Kerr in the face because of all that pressure, all that things were being taken away from him, that this was no longer his team and it was Scottie Pippen's team. Just another beautiful example of it. Now, aside from Jordan's competitive nature, he still is a very, very hardworking athlete. Without that competitive drive, all those competitive juices that he has inside, I do not think he would be where he is today. I mean, think about it. He won all these championships, multiple sessions where he carried the game only on his back. Just an amazing player at the time, and just truly a legend that has gone down in history. Without this competitiveness and drive, sometimes can cause you to not be like the best you can be when you need to be. So Jordan is just kind of being himself at all times, which is what you're seeing in these examples, is just his competitiveness getting the best of him and coming out. Well guys, that's going to be it for today's video. That is top 3 moments where Michael Jordan's competitive nature truly showed. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment down below with feedback, and do not forget to subscribe. If you guys would like to see more videos like these, please support in any way you can by sharing it wherever you can. You know, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you see fit. It would mean the world to me, guys. With all that being said, I hope you guys have a great day, and until the next one, guys, peace.